Is this Pizza Hut?
Oh my.
You ever heard of Finite Spaghetti?
Wait a minute. Where am I? Whose house is this? Why do I feel the urge to explain the FNAF Lore? Why do I feel like I'm in Africa? Wait. Subscribe. Alright. First off, we gotta begin with Five Nights at Freddy's 4, set in Zimbabwe, if I recall correctly. You know what the best part of this game is? It's not real. Well, I mean, besides.
Was that the bite of 87?
No, that's actually the bite of 83. Now there's Five Nights Spaghetti 2, set in a pizza restaurant. Purple guy killed 5 kids in this game. Ignore the fact that I'm killing them in the footage, that's fake news. The bite of 87 also happened in this game. That other one was a fake bite of 87.
No one is allowed in or out, you know, especially concerning any previous employees.
So basically, you're a racist. And that's how the bite of 87 happened. Now back to the dog mask guy who I removed from my script. His name is Afton Michael, our main protagonist and the son of Purple Guy. His sister is actually a robot, and they get a bit quirky and the sister decides to look at his insides. He then gets all his internal organs taken out and dies. But he lives. Don't ask how. It doesn't make sense or matter.
It's a strange thing to want to do, to come here.
Screw you! I'll come wherever I want! Wait, didn't you already kill me before? Why am I provoking you again?
Maybe curiosity, maybe ignorance.
Shut up.
And kid, that's how it all led up to here. 1993. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. The 4th game in the franchise. What exactly happens in this game? Jack shit. Hey there, kid. It seems like you accidentally hung up on me.
FNAF 1 is another game where Afton Michael, going under the alias Mike Schmidt. Really, Schmidt? Well, they're the protagonist, and, yeah, nothing really happens in this game for the lore besides, you know, dead kids.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
Did Shakespeare write this or something? Then 30 years pass, and then Purple Guy, who's secretly a furry, tries to reveal himself to the Night Guard, who may or may not be his son, but the Night Guard hates furries, but loves children. So that's the FNAF 1 animatronics. After Michael probably free or something, do freaky stuff to him. What the fuck is this script? Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go play Minecraft. Man. You know what? I'm glad to be here. To be sitting along the water, fishing peacefully, and to not have to think about finite spaghetti. Why am I going back? 5 Nights already ends with you actually setting the dead kid's souls free. So forget I said that happened in FNAF 1. That game actually has 0 lore significance. Now let's move on to 5 Nights already, P's Area Simsigator. The ultimate game in the FNAF franchise. I mean, the game's got the puppet, but she's a furry now. Also, she's a she, and Purple Guy's co-founder's daughter who died, and also the dad of the puppet is named Henry. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. More on him later. Then Purple Guy from Persona 5 comes back as well because alongside Afton Michael's dead sister, who's even more dead than before, and even more dead than Afton Michael, because there is absolutely no way that a man can survive in a dead body for 30 years. How does that make sense? It's called a dead body for a reason. And then Afton Michael's internal organs, they come back to fight him as well. Okay, I'm done. I wonder how many views this video is gonna get. If it gets more than 2, I'll eat a Cheeto. So yeah, there's some more lore stuff to cover, like, Afton Michael's the main protagonist again. He's been the main protagonist of every game. Why is that even a surprise? So, like, the guy...
Who?
The guy. The scary
Who's the guy?
The guy.
Afton Michael buys the Live Guys Already Pizzeria, and for some reason he beats the crap out of a candy dispenser, like, for no reason. Oh my god. So, Afton Michael... Yeah, I got that right, but in the script I'm supposed to have gotten it wrong. Has to not die. How would he even do that? He's already dead. Ah, jeez. Okay, whatever. Anyhow, he doesn't go insane, or bankrupt, or get blacklisted by killing too many kids. Relatable. be mediocre? Or be bad? Okay, yeah. But he does be the good, and he brings all the dead people who aren't dead to the spaghetti restaurant, and then they all die in a fire together. But for real this time, alongside the Henry guy. Remember him? Yeah, he delivers one of the most fire speeches in all of human history. Like, oh my god, did they hire a 5-star Michelin
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends.
And with that, FNAF ended with a bang. A magnificent end to one of the internet's greatest. There's still 5 more games to go. Ultimate Custom Night is an interesting game in which you actually play as Purple Guy. Or maybe after Michael again, I have no idea. But either way, you're in Purgatory or Hell, I don't know which one. And the latter is an eternal prison in which the worst to worst go, so Purple Guy would have gone there for killing so many kids. And the former is an intermediary stage between heaven and the death, I guess, where most common folk go to get purified of their sins before going to heaven, which is where After Michael would have likely gone. But I think the Ultimate Custom Night is one of the cooler games in the franchise for this reason. Just like Scott's religious beliefs, they make the game better here. The game itself also isn't overly complicated, besides anime bullshit, and the concept of the game has a decent amount of complexity within its simplicity. Who's ready to get fucked by a bear? So Freddy Funko Pop makes me want to get help because of how it makes the entire franchise worse. So Purple Guy's back as a computer virus, how you ask? Then he gets into a van, this isn't security breach now by the way, and Reddy Rizbear helps a minor criminal, and just a minor in general, not die to a crocodile, furry, and Chica version 2 in the first open world game in the series. Why is that relevant to the lore? No reason. Does it actually fulfill any of the... you know, I'm just not gonna argue with this.
So, I know you tried to die to get away from me, but fuck you. You're actually Afton Michael. What's that? That doesn't make any sense. Well, that's FNAF Lore in a nutshell, Chuckle Nuts. See ya!
Subscribe.